This love affair that our governor and our state legislature have with criminals is based on the belief that criminals are not responsible for their own actions. They're a victim of society. And really, it's our fault. If you listen to our legislature, our laws are systemically racist. Our judicial system is systemically racist. All of these people that are being put in jail are because of law enforcement bias and DA bias and all of these things. And so they let them out. They give them food. They give them housing. They give them money. They give them drugs and alcohol now. And I'm wondering if I'm having a change of heart and deciding that, you know what, maybe I've been wrong. And I think I'm going to change teams. I think it's time that instead of letting them out of jail and giving them alcohol and drugs and everything else, I think it's time we put a felon in the White House. Trump 2024, baby. I am not your regular deputy. I don't answer to the Board of Supervisors. I don't answer to any city council. I answer to the general public, and I am an elected official. And with that, in my personal pages, I can do anything that I want. There is only one sheriff's uniform, and that's mine.
Are you considering a run for governor of California in 2026?
Well, I guess that's a big question. And while you want a yes or no answer, it's kind of a maybe.
Bianco says over the last 6 months, considering a run has been on his mind.
Because of all of the business owners, the politicians, the county leaders, the city leaders, the people that have approached me to maybe think about doing this. The driving force in our crisis is a radical, progressive agenda fraudulently called criminal justice reform. This is nothing short of a sick and twisted social experiment where law enforcement is the bad guy and criminals are somehow victims of society and not responsible for their actions, their crimes, or accountable to their countless victims. Thousands upon thousands of criminals are being released from custody early, crime is increasing, and our governor is closing prisons instead of building new ones. It defies common sense. In 2014, a complete fraud was perpetrated in California. The so-called Safe Streets and Safe Schools Initiative, Prop 47, changed many felonies to misdemeanors, basically legalized drug use, and increased the amount of petty theft to nearly $1,000. And yet, Governor Newsom adamantly touts it as a success, and lawmakers continue to refuse to fix their mistake and the problems that they have created. While we suffer every day with rampant theft causing our small businesses to close and our large box stores to move out of state, our supermajority of lawmakers sit here in their guarded tower, oblivious to what is going on in their communities, experiencing drastic increases in all crimes, particularly violent crimes. Our governor, our lawmakers, and our attorney general refuse to prosecute criminals, to include those criminals committing crimes with guns, and instead have dedicated their efforts to disarm and remove constitutional protections of self-defense from law-abiding Californians.
Overwhelmingly, polling shows that Prop 47 needs to be repealed. Prop 47 was a voter-approved initiative, so the only way to fix it is the voters have to approve it. So we are proposing not a repeal of Prop 47, but a new proposition we're labeling as the Homeless, Drug Addiction, and Theft Reduction Act that will basically do that. Repeal the three worst parts of Prop 47 that law enforcement, prosecutors, even our public defenders know that have been a disaster from the very beginning.
Are you all just not confident that if it hits the ballot that voters will approve it?
It's just I don't think there's a need to have it on the ballot. Why have something on the ballot that doesn't actually achieve the goals that are intended? Why do something that can't be done legislatively with more flexibility? I think it's a better approach to governing.